Welcome to the show. Congressman French Hill from House Financial Services. Quite a story there, Congressman. So now we're gonna need government investigators from the FBI, Secret Service, the Post Office, the IRS to go after climate spending fraud?
You bet. Well, that's disappointing to hear that report, but not surprising. You know, if you were really a Democrat and you wanted to get to the bottom of potential fraud, you would think that Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi would appoint Democrats to serve with Pat Toomey and me on the CARES Act Oversight Commission. But it's been now nearly 2 years since we've had a Democrat on that commission that's supposed to oversee the Fed and the Treasury spending. And I don't know that I can recall a single oversight committee hearing in House Financial Services Committee called by Maxine Waters to consider and have the special IG from Treasury testify about problems with pandemic spending. And look, Joe Biden's just made it worse. You don't even have to show harm from the pandemic to get mortgage assistance or rental assistance from the Biden administration. You know,
it's sort of like the saying goes, the conclusion is where the mind comes to rest. The idea that you just throw money out the door, it fixes the problem, that it mistakes legislative activity and spending for achievement, like the problem solved. It's not. And why does climate czar John Kerry get to work in secret on climate spending? Since when can a president appoint a person to implement national policy with no congressional oversight, especially with trillions in spending?
Well, his co-conspirators are in charge of Congress. You've got Schumer and Pelosi that set the agenda for oversight, and they're not going to spend 1 second in oversight over the Biden administration. They think any unaccountable spending apparently is absolutely the way to go, because we've seen that in the $5 trillion of spending that they've authorized since Joe Biden's been in office.
All right, but so after all that fraud, the president signs a bill to hire 87,000 new IRS agents, doubling the size of the IRS. We don't know if the IRS is going to go after that fraud or the little guy. Watch this.
I'm going to follow to make sure the IRS doesn't harass anybody, and I would encourage all of my political friends to make sure their staffs are in contact with the IRS. I want to make sure the EPA doesn't overreach, and it's balanced of how they do it. You know, there's always a way to go out.
So we're supposed to trust a promise, trust a wing and a prayer. Is the little guy small business owner going to call up Manchin in the middle of his harassing audit to say, hey, where's your promise?
Exactly. And when you look at joint tax estimates, they say that this $45 billion of the $80 billion that's been awarded the IRS is strictly for enforcement, and that enforcement is going to fall on small businesses and low moderate income taxpayers who are going to be paying those additional revenues from those audits.
The only way you do it is you got to vote them out. Where are the 87,000 teachers, Congressman? Where are the 87,000 doctors? Where's the 87,000 more Border Patrol agents, right? I mean, where are the 87,000 cops? The polls show Pew, Gallup, Monmouth, Emerson, across the board, voters are sick and tired of what, you know, this is the issue. It's the Democrat Party that's at fault. They're the extremists, right? They would consider Obama and Clinton to be off-the-wall extremists. This is the way the Democrat Party sits today, Congressman. And voters are sick of it. We see it in the polls. Your final word.
I agree completely. This administration is tone deaf. They're not focused on fighting inflation and helping American families. They're fighting the Green New Deal as their top agenda item, and it's costing American families opportunity.
All right, Congressman French Hill, it's good to see you. Thanks for spending time with us tonight.
Good to see you, Liz.
Appreciate it.